So there's a lot of them, and they all believe this. But then also he has a physical fall. Jesus himself says, I saw Satan fall like lightning. There's stuff that existed before us. The angels existed before us, and their whole purpose basically was to live over here and serve and praise God. Okay, that's all they were doing. That's what they were created for. They're not complete beings. They don't exist in a triune way like we do. They don't have a physical body, a mind, soul, and a spirit. They're just like very singular in how they were created. And then that's why Lucifer fell, basically. So when God is creating the earth, I want to draw it this way. I really hated drawing it as a globe. And he's populating with all this beautiful stuff. The humans are the crown of creation, the most important piece of creation. That made Lucifer very angry. He really couldn't understand why, if the angels were made first, this is a paraphrase of his gripes, but if the angels were made first in our pure spirit, why would God make something earthly, make something that is small, limited, like the way a human is, like on the surface extremely inferior to all spirit beings, this little human here, Adam, and then make it the crown? And God said, I love this person so much, they gave all the special gifts essentially to the human. And the human became the most important piece of creation, the crown of creation. If this is Satan, he really didn't like that. So he says, God, if you're going to put them above me and I'm better than you, he falls, basically. This is not a Satan's fall presentation, but it's a big piece of it. So basically, he was very popular in heaven. So Lucifer, before he became Satan, however you want to say it, he took a third of the guys with him. So if these are all the angels that have ever existed, his views were so popular that he actually, so we go 1, 2, 3, a third of every angel that was ever created also fell with Lucifer. He was very popular. He was very good at convincing the other angels to follow him, that this was wrong.
When you say fell, you mean fell through?
Yeah. So maybe I should draw that. So yeah. So the fall is metaphorical, but also physical. Yes. So the fall is from grace, where he's in a high position. He was, basically top angel, closest to God. I want to say even before Saint Michael was actually Lucifer, closest to God. And then he falls from grace, so it's a descend downward in purity, obviously, and honor. But then also he has a physical fall. Jesus himself says, I saw Satan fall like lightning, which also is keys that Jesus is eternal. He was there even at the time of Satan's fall, thousands and thousands of years before he comes as man. But, so Satan falls, he takes the 33% of the angels with him, a third of the angels with him, and these angels, okay, become demons. Okay, so there's a lot of them. If you can think about how many angels God has ever created, he took a third of them. It's not like just him. I think sometimes we think it's just the devil. No, he was able to corrupt others in God's kingdom. He falls. The reason why I'm saying all of this is the reason why the demons hate us and they want to manipulate us and they have a problem with us, is it starts all the way back to the creation of everything. Lucifer had a problem with it, and his ideas really caught on. So if Lucifer or Satan sees human creation as the crown of creation as unfair and wrong, he looked at us like flawed beings. He thought he was higher nature. He just didn't think, he says we were created first. Doesn't make sense why you want to make these people, give them everything. He was very jealous. His ideas were super popular and infected all these guys too. So it's not just the devil. Sometimes we just think of the devil and God, but the devil was able to convince 33% of everything else ever created, all the other angels. So there's a lot of them, and they all believe this, and it's like their rallying cry to hate humans, okay? They primarily hate God, and he could not replace God, he could not become God. So it also ties to Jesus' story when he did come to the earth. Not that they weren't active before that, but it's because of that envy, of that jealousy, the love that God has for the crown of creation, which is human, which is man, okay? He inspires all his little buddies, who have also fallen into the pit, okay, which is, I don't know, I'm tempted to just get into draw everything for you, where it's heaven, the earth, and hell. They all are 3 realms, really, rather than whatever mainstream textbooks want to tell you. They all fall, and they're here, and their rallying cry is a hatred for humanity. So they're pretty discordant. Dante says once, he calls it, the kingdom in hell is called pandemonium. That's kind of where that word comes from, where it's chaos. These are all spirits who are locked in this nature. This is another thing about Christianity. Because God sends them out, they can no longer change. Demons don't have a change of heart. Demons' nature is locked. Demons can't be convinced. Demons much in the way that an angel is locked on good.